global warming and climate change and what we can do to alleviate the effects of global warming and climate change to our environment. So, as an ordinary citizens, we can still do something to help our environment to counteract the effects of global warming and climate change. But before all of that, let us talk first what is this called global warming and climate change. Global warming refers to the rise in global temperature due to human activities, primarily the burning of fossil fuels, which increases the concentration of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere. It is the long-term heating of Earth's climate system observed since pre-industrial period between 1850s and 19th century. This graph illustrates the change in global surface temperature relative to 1951 to 1980 average temperature, with the year 2020 tying with 2016 for warmest on the record. As you can see, there is a gradual increase in temperature from year 1880 to year 2020. On the other hand, what is climate change? Climate is the average condition in a place over many years. Climate change is the long-term shifts on those average conditions. These shifts may be natural, but since the 1800s, human activities have been the main driver of climate change, primarily due to the burning of fossil fuels, which produces heat-trapping gases. Global warming is just a big part that contributes to climate change. The effects of climate change. Nearly all land areas are seeing more hot days and heat waves. 2020 was one of the hottest years on record. Higher temperatures increase heat-related illnesses and can make it more difficult to work and move around. Wildfires start more easily and spread more rapidly when conditions are hotter. Changes in temperature cause changes in rainfall. This results in more severe and frequent storms. They cause flooding and landslides, destroy homes and communities, and costing billions of pounds. Increased drought. Water is becoming scarcer in more regions. Droughts can steer destructive sun and dust storms that can move billions of tons of sand across continents. Deserts are expanding, reducing land for growing food. Many people now face the threat of not having enough water on a regular basis. A warming and rising ocean. The ocean soaks up most of the heat from global warming. This melts ice sheets and raises sea levels, threatening coastal and island communities. The ocean also absorbs carbon dioxide, keeping it from the atmosphere. More carbon dioxide makes the ocean more acidic, which endangers marine life. Loss of species. Climate change poses risk to the survival of species on land and in the ocean. This risk increases as temperatures climb. Forest fires, extreme weather, and invasive pests and diseases are among many threats. Some species will be able to relocate and survive, but others will not. Not enough food. Changes in climate and increases in extreme weather events are among the reasons behind the global rise in hunger and poor nutrition. Fisheries crops and livestock may be destroyed or become less productive. Heat stress can diminish water and grassland for grazing. More health risks. Changing weather patterns are expanding diseases such as malaria. Extreme weather events increase disease and death and make it difficult for healthcare system to keep up. Other risks to health include increased hunger and poor nutrition in places where people cannot grow or find sufficient food. Poverty and displacement. Climate change increases the factors that put and keep people in poverty. Floods may sweep away urban slums, destroying homes and livelihood. Heat can make it difficult to work in outdoor jobs. Weather-related disaster displays 23 million people a year, leaving many more vulnerable to poverty. But there are different actions we can do to combat the effects of climate change and global warming. Let's find out how. Save energy at home. Much of our electricity and heat is powered by coal, oil, and gas. Use less energy by lowering your heating and cooling, switching to LED light bulbs and energy-efficient electric appliances, washing your laundry with cold water or hanging things to dry instead of using a dryer. Walk, bike, or take public transport. The world's roadways are clogged with vehicles, most of them burning diesel or gasoline. Walking or riding a bike instead of driving will reduce greenhouse gas emissions and help your health and fitness. For longer distances, consider taking a train or bus, and carpool whenever possible. Eat more vegetables. Eating more vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds, and less meat and dairy can significantly lower your environmental impact. Producing plant-based foods generally results in fewer greenhouse gas emissions and requires less energy, land, and water. Consider your travel. Airplanes burn large amounts of fossil fuels, producing significant greenhouse gas emissions. That makes taking fewer flights one of the fastest way to reduce your environmental impact. When you can, meet virtually, take a train, or skip that long distance trip altogether. Throw away less food. When you throw food away, you're also wasting the resources and energy that were used to grow, produce, package, and transport it. And when food rots in landfill, it produces methane, a powerful greenhouse gas, so use what you buy and compost any leftovers. Reduce, reuse, repair, and recycle. Electronics, clothes, and other items we buy use carbon emissions at each point in production, from the extraction of raw materials to manufacturing and transporting goods to market. To protect our climate, buy fewer things, shop secondhand, repair what you can, and recycle. Change your home source of energy. Ask your utility company if your home energy comes from oil, coal, or gas. If possible, see if you can switch to renewable sources such as wind or solar, or install solar panels on your roof to generate energy for your home. Switch to an electric vehicle. If you plan to buy a car, consider going electric, with more and cheaper models coming on the market. Even if they still run on electricity produced from fossil fuels, electric cars help reduce air pollution and cause significantly fewer greenhouse gas emissions than gas or diesel-powered vehicles. Choose eco-friendly products. Everything we spend money on affects the planet. You have the power to choose which goods and services you support. To reduce your environmental impact, buy local and seasonal foods, and choose products from companies who use resources responsibly and are committed to cutting their gas emissions and waste. Speak up. Speak up and get others to join in taking action. It's one of the quickest and most effective ways to make a difference. Talk to your neighbors, colleagues, friends, and family. Let business owners know you support bold changes. Appeal to local and world leaders to act now. Our actions impact the environment. Everything we do can help or hurt our planet in many ways. That's all for today. I hope you learned something.